After a dozen years on tour, 7 titles and 1 major, Robert Smith succumbed to problems with fibromyalgia. He just couldn't survive the grind anymore, and he hung him up.
I am technically retired.
And talk about moving on, Smith moved to Hong Kong and opened a bowling academy there. So, how big is the Tournament of Champions? Big enough to bring Robert Smith back.
This is the only tournament I'm bowling, so you can understand. I mean, it's a big tournament. I mean, you know, I'm not bowling full time anymore, but I still feel like I can compete, and I still feel like I can win out here.
And clearly he can compete. After 10 games, his name was second on the leaderboard. But Robert knows that if he's going to be there later, he's got to make hay now.
The first 2 blocks are what I consider the burn blocks. You know, the second half of the oil pattern as it's been going on through the tournament. The 2 blocks that I've bowled so far, which are on the burn, I mean, I'm glad I'm scoring well, but I knew that I had to get my pins now, because what's going to happen the next 2 blocks, since I'll be on the fresh, I'm not sure what I'm going to run into. So we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty pleased with getting the pins I've gotten so far.
There are a lot of games still to go, and Robert is well aware. But he's battling more than just the lanes out there this week. He's fighting to prove that he can still do it.
It's more of a personal thing. It's not really to prove it to anyone else. It's just more or less to prove to me that I can still do this, still be competitive. I mean, not necessarily have to win every one of them, but, you know, just be competitive and be able to finish a tournament. I mean, right now, I mean, I bet you there are better odds on me not finishing a tournament than actually getting into the top 5.
A couple more days like this one, and he just might beat those odds. In Las Vegas, I'm Matt Lawson for BowlTV.